He is all white and pink. Oh, that's a good yawn. That's a good yawn for the big boy. Woo! Oh my God. So welcome to another episode of dreamOnkennels, and today we are going to be naming that puppy. So many of the puppies look the same, and so this time around we're going to give them names, but also give them color-coded collars. That way we can tell the difference. Throughout this video, we'll kind of show you the similarities between some of the puppies, so you can see exactly why we're doing what we're doing today. We had talked about naming a puppy on the other video. Just in case you didn't get a chance to leave your comment, you will have another opportunity on this video. So stay with us, and at the end of the video, you get your opportunity to see what puppy we're leaving for you to name.
First, we have this cutie pie, the firstborn white one of the 3 white ones, and they're all boys. So Harris and I are here because she thought of what name?
Rice.
And it's okay, but I thought of Uncle Ben.
No!
I like Uncle Ben.
He's tiny like a speck of rice. He's white like a piece of rice. Like,
Uncle Ben.
no.
You guys can tell us, Uncle Ben or Rice?
Rice.
So let's pick a color. I will let you decide the color if we keep the name Uncle Ben.
You can choose it. It's rice. You can choose the color because he's rice.
No, he's Uncle Ben, and I'll pick the color too.
No. I'll just pick the color.
Like a mint green.
Yeah.
Does that work? How does he look?
This next little fella that we have here will be considered a flashy fawn because of the color that he has as far as the brown. And then the flashy describes how much white that he has on. So you see the white in the head area, and then the muzzle, big pretty white chest. You can see that. A lot of white in the neck and shoulder area. And then also the white socks here. So he is considered to be a flashy fawn. We have several that looks like him, and the reasoning for us having to come up with names and also color-coded collars. And the name that we came up for him is what, Miss Sissy?
Thumper.
Thumper. So why do we name him Thumper?
He's big, he's thick, and he's chunky, and he sleeps a lot.
And you see he carries his weight around, so he bumps and thumps the other puppies while he's
walking around where he wants to go.
Yeah, when he's thumping and bumping for space, when they're eating and stuff like that, he knows how to bow guard and use the weight that he has. And so we came up with Thumper. All right, so we're going to go with blue.
A dark blue collar for Thumper.
There's Thumper. Okay, so this is not Thumper. This is another fawn that is flashy. He's just a little bit smaller. As you can see, he looks very similar to Thumper. His little socks that he has on his paws. A lot of white. He has a lot of white in the head and forehead. And as they get bigger, the strip in the middle of the head gets smaller, but he'll still be distinct with how much he has up there. And then you see he has the white in the neck area as well. We're gonna name what?
Prince.
Prince. And why are we naming him Prince?
Because around his neck, it's like a crown around his neck, kind of, so that's why his name is kind of Prince.
And what color did we pick for his collar? Woo! Oh my God. These little rascals can move. You gotta be on point. You have to be on point. Here, I'll put my hand up there.
He's getting a yellow collar.
Also, yeah, he's going to sleep. There we go.
Yeah.
We got him a nice yellow collar.
He looks so pretty.
Handsome.
Handsome.
So this next puppy we have is a male. He's looking like he's gonna be a fawn and possibly a brindle. At times he looks like he has the black stripes. And so there's no flashy with him. If you look, he would be considered a classic type of fawn. He has white on the chest, but no white in the face. He has that pretty black mask. He has a little bit of white on the tips of his paws. Absolutely no white on the neck or the shoulder area. So he'd be considered a classic. If he doesn't get stripes, he'll be a classic fawn. If he does get stripes, he'll be considered a classic brindle. So we came up with a name for this little rascal, and the name that we selected is what? Ali. So for Ali, we're gonna go with the strong black collar to match the strong name and a strong black mask. I'm sorry, little fella, I didn't mean to wake you up. Ooh-wee. He is going to look marvelous. Good, strong, young little fella. Ali. So this little lady that we have here is what we would consider a fawn classic, okay? Reason being because the black mask and limited white in the face. And she does have white in her chest there. Wow, she has white in her chest. But you can see there's no white on her neck or shoulders. And look at you falling asleep. And then she has a little bit of white on the tips of her feet. So she would be considered a classic fawn or just a fawn. And for this little rascal, we're going to name her Scooter because of how much she moves. She's probably the most active of the puppies in the litter, and she gets to A to B quickly. She's not afraid to venture off on her own in the pen. When she's hungry, she gets back to mama quick. And because she's always on the go, we're going to give Scooter the green collar because she's always on the move. She's always on the move. So here is Miss Scooter with her green collar. Yeah, she's a pretty girl. She looks just like her daddy. She looks like Boss. So we have a female, and this female is considered to be a flashy once again. And she looks very similar to her brothers that we've had on, Thumper and Prince. And she's flashy because of the amount of flashiness in her face, chest, and neck area. And then she also has the socks as well because she looks so similar to her brothers. We have to have a collar for her to kind of just, where we can eyeball it right from the jump. One of the things about her is that she is a little bit smaller than the boys, but we have another brother that we'll be bringing up here in a little bit, and she looks very similar to him, and they're very similar in size as well. And her name is?
Fancy.
Fancy.
Because she fancy, y'all.
Fancy. All the white, pretty black in the face and muzzle and stuff like that. She has some pretty markings, so Fancy is what we came up with her. What color collar do you want to put on?
She's gonna get a pink collar.
A pink collar. Our next puppy is an all-white male. He doesn't have any markings. As he gets older, he'll start to get his black nose and black lips. But right now, he is all white and pink. Oh, that's a good yawn. That's a good yawn for the big boy. Yeah, okay. And he was born second. And one thing that we learned in this litter is that the oldest or the firstborn isn't always the biggest in the litter. He was actually born second, and he's the biggest of the litter. Little rascal was thick. And so, Sissy, tell us what name you came up for this little fella.
Dumpling.
Dumpling. All right, and why Dumpling?
Because he's white like a dumpling, he's thick and chunky like a dumpling.
What collar did you pick for him?
I think I'm gonna do the red collar on him.
Red collar. Okay, so let's go ahead and suit him and boot him so we can put him back with his mama so he can stop hollering. All right, so there you have it.
Mr. Dumpling.
So the next puppy we have here is another all-white male. He doesn't have any markings, so hush it. This little rascal likes to cuddle and be right up underneath people. And here comes Mama. This one was the third puppy born of the litter. So to distinguish between him and his brothers, that's kind of how we remember which one is which. Between Uncle Ben, Dumpling, and then we have this young fellow here. And with that being said, to the mama, what did we decide to name this puppy?
Casper.
Casper, okay? I think you all kind of know why Casper was chosen. All white puppy. Casper the friendly ghost. And this little rascal's friendly. Like I said before, he likes to be all up on you. He likes to cuddle. He likes to stay warm and comfy. And so we thought that name, look at him, right on cue. We think that name fits him perfectly. So here's Casper. Which color did you decide to go with? Yeah, Tommy. You smell it? Yeah. Look who it is. Hydrant, he is okay. We're gonna go with gray. Mr. Casper. Okay, so this next puppy we have is a boy, and he is considered a flashy fawn as well. And I think this one is actually gonna be a brindle. So all the rest of them have been flashy fawns. This one is gonna be a flashy brindle. Reason being, looks like, I'm sorry, little fella. Looks like he's already getting stripes coming in up underneath, on top of his fawn coloring. No guarantees, but we'll see. You got the white in the face and forehead. And he's starting to get a little black on his nose and lips already too. But you can see the flash, how much white he has on his chest. Then he also has the white in the neck area. And then of course, the white on the palm area. So flashy, fawn, possible brindle. As he gets older, if he is a brindle, the stripes will come in a little bit more clearly. And we know for sure what he is. With that being said, the name for this little rascal is what, Miss Kate?
His name is Diesel.
Diesel, all right. And what was the reason behind naming him Diesel?
There really wasn't a reason. We voted on some names, and there really wasn't a reason why we named him Diesel, but I think Diesel still fits him anyway. What color band are we gonna put on him? Because him and Fancy look very, very similar when you walk up on the little pen. Sometimes you can't tell the difference between those two when they're both drinking milk. So what color band do we have for this little fella? We are going to put him with orange for his name.
Orange, okay. Got it. Bingo. So you got Diesel with the orange collar. I hope that's on good. Alrighty, so we've gotten a puppy number 10. We have a female reverse brindle, and she's considered to be a flashy as well. And as you see, she has the white markings in the head, in the face, lots of white in the chest. She has white on her shoulder and neck area, and also white socks on the feet. And this is the one that we need your help with naming.
Okay, so we picked a collar for this beautiful puppy right here, and it is y'all's job to give a name to her in the comment section down below, and then we will pick in our next video, and she will have a new name. And with that being said, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications.
We gave this puppy the purple collar. Now she needs a name. If you could, I feel like that Liberty Mutual commercial. Liberty. So we gave this puppy the all right. So we gave this puppy the
Slow down. I think that coffee, man, it must have been extra caffeinated. Jeez.
Oh man, this is funny. We probably got to do some bloopers off of this one.